Hey everyone, I'm the 13th Wolfman. Happy Halloween! Yeah, it's Halloween. It's October 31st, 2016. Let's get with it. I've done 31 days of Halloween. This is the 31st day. I really enjoyed doing this. I'm glad some people came along for the ride, like Bones, Double Shot J, DVD Collector 1974, Moodz 616, Spooky Astronauts, Nightmare Maven, just to name a few. The rest of them will be at the end of the slide. Will be at the slideshow at the end of the video. I love doing this. I love that you guys watch these videos. I mean, this is just so much fun. So let's figure it out. It's Halloween. What is the one movie that you should watch on Halloween? I'm guessing you kind of figured out what I'm going to watch, and that is 1978 John Carpenter's Halloween, with written by John Carpenter and Deborah Hill, directed by John Carpenter, music by John Carpenter, produced by Mustafa Akkad, starring Jamie Lee Curtis, Nancy Loomis, PJ Soles, Tony Moran, Donald Pleasance. I mean, and of course, Kylie Richards. Yeah. So how much fun was this? This movie it's a classic. It's been around, like I said, since 1978. John Carpenter and Deborah Hill got it right. They thought, hey, let's make a movie about babysitters being tormented by some psychotic killer. Now, here's the thing. In this movie, Jamie Lee Curtis, Nancy Loomis, and PJ Soles are killed off by Michael Myers, right? Myers, it's in this movie that we don't know why Michael Myers is, he came back to Haddonfield, and now he's just tormenting these people and killing them off, but we don't know why. It's not until the second movie that we find out that Laurie Strode, Jamie Lee Curtis, is Michael Myers' sister. But in 1978, we didn't know that. We would have to wait like 2 years to find out, 2 or 3 years to find out that there's a familial connection between the two of them. So why is he? It just seems kind of funny. It's like you're thinking, so why are you chasing her down? Why are you being... It's because Michael's evil. There's no other reason to it. You can watch part 6 and they could tell you, well, it's the Cult of Thorn and they have control over him. They've always had control. Screw that. Michael was born and is just pure evil. He's been pure evil since he was 5 years old. He's 21 now. He's manly pure evil, I guess is what you would say. Everything about this movie I love. I just can't get enough of it. Some people say, well, the ending is, on this movie, if you don't watch any other movie, the ending is unfinished. It's like, well, no, it's not. It's supposed to give you that little fear, that little jolt of, it was the boogeyman, wasn't it? As a matter of fact, yes, it was. I mean, that's it. That you're supposed to believe that Michael was pretty much just the boogeyman, and the boogeyman really does exist. That was the whole feeling that they were trying to churn up inside each and every one of us when the movie came out. And every time someone discovers this movie, that's the feeling that they're trying to churn up inside you, which is a good feeling. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, so Jamie Lee Curtis does a pretty good job being scared in this movie. Nancy Loomis, I think Nancy Loomis is, I love all the girls in this. PJ Soles is just so cute. But I like Nancy Loomis's character just a little bit more. She's a little bit more adult than the other two, but she's also a little bit more free with her stuff. I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but she just seems mature yet. But yeah, so there's a lot of really cool stuff about this movie. I know a lot of people say, well, how did Michael learn how to drive a car? Well, it's 1978. More than likely, that station wagon that he stole wasn't automatic. So if the car was already in drive, all he had to do was just jump on the gas and learn how to keep it between the stitches. If it wasn't in drive, then, watching enough TV at that time, you could pretty much figure out that you got to go down to D. I mean, Michael, he's not an idiot. He was he was 5 years old when he committed these crimes. He could have watched his parents drive their cars. I mean, it's not 100%, rocket science here. So, I mean, it's just things like that it's like, oh, how do you learn how to drive? It's just, he's evil, He's just freaking evil. He learned this stuff and he did it. I love this movie. I think everyone should watch this movie at least once in their life. I mean, if you're a horror fan, check it out. If you're not, check it out. This is just something that needs to be experienced. So that's it. That's my 31 days of Halloween. Day 31, of course, Halloween. But yeah. So you think, okay, well, you're done with this, right, Wolfman? It's come to an end. I've got one more movie. It's an honorable mention. There will be one more video up tomorrow. It's one that didn't make the 31 days, but I'm going to watch anyways, and I'm going to just say, hey, here's an honorable mention. So I got that going, and with that, I'm the 13th Wolfman. I'm on the prowl, and check out the slideshow.